Hey y'all, welcome back to Blue Dog Ventures. Today we're talking about a southern staple, green tomatoes, and how to freeze them so you can enjoy that crispy, tangy goodness even after the growing season ends. Whether you've got an end of season bumper crop or just love fried green tomatoes, this freezer method is the one you want.
Alright guys, you watched us pick them. Now it's time to show you what we do with them after we get them picked. We got just a handful right here because we have plenty on hand. We're just going to do a couple this afternoon because we really want to get all the red that we can get for a little while to get all our stewed tomatoes put up. So we just done these few to show you what we do and what we're going to do as the season gets a little later and we get ready to put some more up. First thing you want to do is, I don't know if you noticed when I was picking them, I was picking the green ones. But I wanted to show you the difference. You see this one, and I started not to do it, but I kept it anyway. It's got a little bit of a blushing to it. Where this one's really bright green. This is really what you want to look for. No kind of blushing, just really pretty green, because they'll keep better. They'll stay, they won't get as soft and mushy on you. But this one's still good and firm, but you really don't want to pick these and say you want to save these for your red tomatoes. We're fitting to get started. The first step you do is core it out. And I got my sword, my aggressive knife. You don't have to core it out. You can keep this little section if you want to, but we'll save that for the compost. And take this little top off the back. And just start slicing. You want to slice them kind of thick if you're freezing them. Of course, cutting these up right now and taking them out there to the fryer and frying them, they would be, real crisp and fresh. Freezing them does give it a little bit of mushiness. So you want to kind of cut them thicker. I cut these 1/8 of an inch if I was going out and frying them right now. But being as we're putting them up in the freezer, you want to cut them a little bit thicker. Maybe 1/4 inch thick slices. Of course, who don't like a thick slab of green tomato anyway? I don't have the cutting skills that Mama behind the camera's got. She's a samurai warrior with a sword, with a knife. Now I just sharpened this knife so it's good and sharp. I don't want to cut myself. But these are about 1/4 inch thick. You want to have some cookie sheets. We're going to go ahead and freeze them a little bit. So flash freeze them for a little while so when we get ready to put them in a vacuum sealer, the moisture here will be froze. They'll keep a little better. It'll seal a little better. And you can also use Ziploc bags if you want to. But we love our vacuum sealer method. It don't take up near as much room, compacts it, but you just stick them on a cookie sheet. We're gonna fill this cookie sheet up and then we're gonna take them and put them in the freezer outside, our deep freezer and flash freezer. They're not as crisp once you put them in the freezer, but I just fried some a couple weeks ago and they were 11 months old. We fried some fish or pork chops, I don't remember what we was frying, but we had some out in the freezer and one of the kids just before these started getting ready, wanted some fried green tomatoes, so we went out there and got them out of the freezer. Like I said, 11 months old, and they fried up a little bit mushy, but they still fried up and tasted just as dang good. It may be a little mushier, but the flavor's still there, I promise you. And it's not just about that either. You can do a bunch of different stuff with these. They're a little bit more tangy. We love to chop them up after we get them out of the freezer and put them in chili. You can put them in soups. What all have we done with them?
You can also do a casserole with them.
Yeah, casseroles.
You can throw them on the grill like in a full pack with butter.
Yeah, we done some on the grill a couple weekends ago. I got a little preoccupied because me and Mama was having a good time doing YouTube videos and forgot about them. And got them a little bit overdone, but the flavor was still good. And these will still be just as good. Like I said, the consistency is not just like I just got these out the garden a couple hours ago, but they still will taste fantastic. But we're going to continue to do some of these and get them in the freezer. All right, we're getting there. We're going to fill this cookie sheet up. We got another note here. But you can also, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and batter these. You could check out our garden to table recipe. We have a different one every week. If you go back to, I think it's Southern Fried Green Tomatoes, But I actually cooked some fried green tomatoes and got a recipe on there if you want to check that out. But you could also batter them before you do it and freeze them. And yeah, you can, you take them out. You got to thaw them just a little bit, not a whole lot. This is what I mean by a while ago when I said you don't want to pick them when they got starting to blush a little bit. This one has a little blush on as well, and they're starting to turn red on the inside. So we're going to still go ahead and freeze it and put it up, but there was two of them actually. I forgot this one was blushing too. On the back side it was sticking up. But see, it's starting to turn red just a little, but it'll be fine. We're going to make it fine. And if y'all got any recipes that y'all do with fried green tomatoes, or how do y'all put y'all's fried green tomatoes up? But we're really interested in recipes because we love to eat around here. Love to eat, love to try new stuff. So leave us a comment. Drop us a comment on how you do your fried green tomatoes, or a recipe that we could do later on down the line. Especially a good meal that's coming up. It's midsummer now, I know, but it won't be long. Winter will be right back on us. And we'll have these in the freezer to cook a recipe with. A good meal when it's raining and cold outside. Leave us a comment. All right, guys, we got them all cut up. As you can see, here's the other one that was a little bit of a color to it. And you're supposed to take the moisture off of them before you do it. So we're gonna blot them a little bit, touch them up a little bit, and get a little bit of this moisture off. There's not a whole lot of moisture. The less moisture are in these the greener of the tomatoes. These ones that had a little bit of a color to them, that was trying to turn on us, has a little bit more moisture to them, but we're gonna just give a little bit of touch. And we got to hurry up. We got some bread. You have to check that out too. Mama's got some homemade bread in the oven. We're gonna take them out here. Old deep freezer, rusted up deep freezer. We're gonna use some Tombstone pizza boxes to level out, because we got a freezer full of stuff and we ain't gonna take time to fix it and make it pretty. All right, we're gonna let them sit in there probably 30 minutes or so, and we'll get back with y'all when we get ready. All right, guys, it's been about an hour. We're gonna go get our tomatoes, or tomatoes, however you want to call them. Yeah, they're getting a little firm. You can let them sit longer if you want to. You can see the frost around them. We're finna go ahead and take these in. You want to know what a busy day in the life of Blue Dog Ventures on the weekend when we ain't working? We both got full-time jobs. What we do? Check it out. We got some fried green tomatoes that we're fixing to come over here and freeze. We got bell peppers diced. We got bell peppers strips. And these are jalapeno pieces. And I'm going to try to do this without coughing. We got a whole big old pan of stuffed jalapeno poppers that we're going to do. We busy around here. We don't slow down. A little handy dandy magic wand. We just got them out the freezer. You saw that. The best thing to do is when you freeze them is go ahead, as soon as you freeze them, get them vacuum sealed. You don't have to vacuum seal them if you don't want to. You can take some gallon Ziploc bags, or if you're just a single person family, you could take you quart bags, whatever size you feel like you need. But we love our vacuum sealer. And we got a big family, so we're going to take up a decent amount of space. I always get a little aggressive with my vacuum sealer bags. But this rolls out, and put the date on it. Today is the
13th, I think.
Well, within a month. We're just going to do July of 25. We'll know. Green tomatoes. Seal only, and while that's sealing, we're going to go ahead and stick some in. You see this red tint in there. It's not a bad tomato. All it is we picked it a little bit, getting a little bit of color to it, a little peachiness to it, a little ripeness to it, but it'll be a little bit sweeter when we go to eat it. A little more aggravating to cook, but we're a big family and we all get together. There's normally about 10 of us, so we normally like to pack a good bit in here. Not everybody likes fried green tomatoes. Most of the time though, it's split up and they allow to be 3, 4, 2, and it's just me and Mama, and Retta don't like them. That's about as many as I'm gonna put in there. But I'm gonna turn it around, that is then sealed up, and flip it around. Moist dry, we're gonna go with moist. Vacuum seal. You can let it, you see a little bit of moisture coming out. You could have let them sit in there. We could have let them sit another probably hour, and it would have been a little less moisture, but and that moisture is coming from these ones that's a little ripe. And me personally, when the vacuum sealer set finishes, I like to hit seal only again. Just double seal it. But like we said earlier, you can bread these. You can take them out, give them a little short, quick thaw. Throw them in some hot grease, 350, maybe 5 minutes. And they'll be ready for whatever you want to do them. They're good on hamburgers. They're good just fried, eating them. That's the way I like them. Kind of like fried okra, I guess. It's your preference. But we don't like to batter ours, like I said, because we may not use these as a fried. We may stick them on the grill just like this. Or we may slice these up and dice them up and throw them in a chili or throw them in a salsa we decide to make. We're very creative around here. We cook creative. We got a very experimental taste buds, so no telling. So we don't like to pre-batter ours, but you can. And that's it. And the one thing I love about a vacuum sealer, see it's a good tight seal, stands out like a 2x4. They lay them in the freezer and they take up hardly any room. But we appreciate y'all watching, and talked about the fried green tomatoes a good bit today. And if you're interested in how to fry green tomatoes, and the last tomatoes that we did fry was from 11 months ago, believe it or not. They lasted all year long. But if you're interested in how to fry them and the batter to use and everything else, check it out. The video will be about right there. Appreciate y'all guys watching. Thanks. Until next time, stay tuned.